This video is brought to you by the official Flashy Instagram. Follow Flashy Magazine for updates on pop culture, reviews on music, and so much more. It's been a long 5 years since singer-turned-business mogul Rihanna has released an album. To say that people have been anxiously waiting for the Barbadian native to drop any music would be an understatement. It's what's been on everyone's mind, as she continually builds her fashion, cosmetics, and now skin empire. While Rihanna has had fun trolling and teasing us about the project, at first declaring it would come out in 2019, there hasn't been a definite date since. In fact, it's now the middle of 2020, tours have stopped, and I think everyone is collectively doubtful that she's gonna release it anytime soon. And as sad as that is, the constant delays in the album started to get me thinking about Rihanna's career from a holistic perspective, and how she can go 5 years without releasing a project and still hold the amount of relevancy she has till this day. In this video, we're going to be discussing Rihanna's long-lasting career, as well as how her long hiatus breaks every rule in the pop music handbook. Let's get into it. Looking back at Rihanna's decade-long music career, it's crazy to see how many eras and transformations she was able to pack in only 10 years. At the beginning of her career, we were introduced to a young girl from Barbados, providing us with Caribbean-inspired songs in Music of the Sun and Girl Like Me. In 2008, Rihanna would have her so-called Britney moment. In Good Girl Gone Bad, her image transformed from pop princess to sex icon. But Rihanna would take her darkest turn in her next album, Rated R, where she opened up about her abusive relationship with R&B artist Chris Brown. Persevering through the darkness, Rihanna eventually found her light again and began experimenting heavily with EDM and house music in her subsequent albums Loud, Talk That Talk, and Unapologetic. While all these albums have had their hits and misses, there's only one album in my opinion that can be referred to as her magnum opus, and that's Anti. Recorded throughout a 4-year-long hiatus, this album was a complete deviation from Rihanna's past albums that were usually recorded within a couple of months. It was a difference that you could hear sonically and lyrically throughout the album, as she transitioned away from the EDM sound to a moodier and psychedelic R&B sound. The vocal producer of the album, Kirk Harrell, commented on its quality, stating, "With this particular album, she was really specific about every single line. If there was anything that she heard that she felt wasn't perfection in her eyes, she wanted to change. It was a lot, and I respect it. It's hard because I want to work quick and get stuff done and make it excellent. But now she's like, let's up the quality level. Let's make sure we have the emotion and make sure it's a masterpiece." And that's exactly what they created. It was the first album that people began to see Rihanna as less of a commercial act and much more of a serious artist. It didn't matter what genre you loved, whether it was pop, hip-hop, or R&B. Everybody respected this album for its authenticity. She took such a huge risk by breaking the traditional cycle of releasing an album every 2 to 3 years. In the world of streaming services and getting everything in the quickest manner, even the most financially successful artists release projects consecutively in fear of being forgotten about. This sentiment is echoed from a recent statement put out by the CEO of Spotify, stating musicians can't record music once every 3 to 4 years and think that that is going to be enough. As sad as that statement is, it's the unfortunate truth. Most artists can't make projects every once in a while and expect success, hence a possible reason why Rihanna was pumping out albums every year. It got us constantly thinking about her, as she remained a great figure in my childhood and teenage years. But Rihanna is no longer in that category. She's at the level where she actually cares about the quality and time she's putting into her art. In the long term, I believe it's those albums that were created with a lot of intention and detail that will age better than any of her commercial hits. Rihanna's 4-year hiatus showed us, if anything, that she's reached a peak in her career where she no longer needs to fight for relevancy, and that we would just come to listen. And if we're being completely honest, she's done a great job venturing out of music and becoming a successful business owner with her Fenty brand. All her companies have been able to keep her culturally relevant as she redefined standards in the beauty industry. In conclusion, I think the main point of this video is to say that I'm really excited about R9, but that I don't mind waiting. As much as I love Rihanna's past albums, I think Anti holds a certain level of quality that I hope Rihanna replicates with her upcoming album. She's already confirmed that it's going to be a reggae-inspired record and that she's been aggressively working in the studio. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that we're getting another classic coming our way. Thank you guys so much for watching. I would love to hear your opinion on Rihanna's 9th album. Are you guys excited, tired of waiting, indifferent? Let me know down in the comments. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys with the next video real soon.